Coming up, live coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Beaubois to the wing, right side. Smits passes to Nora. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Smits. Lets the three fly. He drops it from range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Parker outside. Satoransky outside. Back to Parker. Goes up from the top of the key to the left wing. Pass to Fall. Here's Metu. Off the mark there with a three. Oh, got a piece of it. Gets the three ball to go.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
Here's Beaubois. There's a screen. Offensive rebound to the right side. Here's Smits. Sinks it from distance. Smits has got 6.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Pass to Fall. Here's Satoransky. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Smits to the wing on the left. Beaubois. No good with the triple. 4-3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Here's Smits. 6 points for him. He buries it from 3. 6 points for him.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Beaubois. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Fall. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Here's the pick. Smits passes to Poirier. Here's Nora. Parker defending. Fires for 3. Drills it from deep. Beaubois got his second basket of the night.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Poirier. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command. Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. 3 points. Beaubois got 9 points.
And they've got the D reeling. A full 3-point attack right off the tip.
Puts up a deep 3. That shot off the mark.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here's Metu. Still without a bucket. Down low. Poirier passes to Smits. Here's Nora. And he's going for the lob. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Parker. And Parker throws it down.
And that's all the result of some good defensive awareness.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. It's hauled in by Fall.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Satoransky outside. Three-pointer. And it's Smits with a rebound. Poirier passes to Nora. And there's the screen. Shoots. It's hauled in by Fall.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
They've got Johnson, and it's Oturu in at the center position. Anderson for three, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
From deep, Johnson. The shot comes out. Here's Grizli. And here's Johnson. Pass to Willis. The three is up. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Drives to the hoop. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Here's Oturu. And he buries his first look.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
Anderson with a screen on Johnson. Fires from deep. And Bryant pulls it down. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. From behind the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Here's Anderson. And it falls all over the rim and in. Anderson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Larkin. Oturu passes to Bryant. Here's Larkin. The three. No good on the shot. And here the second quarter of action. Just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Kicks it out to Anderson. No one near him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Let's go with a three. Nails it from three. Anderson's got his third bucket of the night.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Now here's Johnson. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Willis. Now here's Bryant. Buries it from three.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Covered by Johnson. Three-pointer. The rebound by Willis.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Pass to Larkin. Lets the three fly. That one no good. Larkin's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Here's Grizli. Back to Anderson. There's 57 seconds left in the second. Knocks it down from distance.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Here's Larkin. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Larkin's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Puts up a three. Oturu with the rebound. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Larkin no good. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Covered by Johnson. Here's Vesely, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Tries a three off the inbound. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
They're shooting the three extremely well this quarter. Be fun to see if they can keep it up.
Here's Larkin. Can't cash it in from close range. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bryant. Driving inside. Banked it in off the glass. Bryant's got 8 points. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Up 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Here's Bobois. There's the three. Over to the left wing. And the basket by Poirier. Poirier's got his second bucket on the night.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Bobois. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his third assist of the night. Ball passes to Metu. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little play. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
There's a screen. And here's Thompson for three. Drops in the three. Thompson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. From deep. No luck on that one. Here's Bobois. That three's off the mark. Defended by Thompson. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Nora. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Satoransky. Offline with a 3.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Poirier. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. For 3. He can't get it to go.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Smits. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Can they get it? The long-distance 3 is buried. 12 points for him.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Here's Bobois. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
The 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
For 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Thompson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Over to the wing. Here's Fall, defended by Thompson. And Fall gets it to go.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Smits, and he goes in for the dunk.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish. Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. 58 seconds left in the third. Satoransky outside. Pass to Fall. Parker left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Nora, pass to Poirier.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Count it.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Old team foul. Cody, first personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Takes a 3. Drains the triple. Larkin's got 7 points in the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Parker. Out to the right wing. From the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Up by 50. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Chemezi Metu, and it's Sadaransky in at the 1. Larkin no good. Larkin's gone 1 of 5 on 3-point tries. Oturu with the rebound.
Home team foul. Sadaransky. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Larkin. Bryant outside. Pass to Willis. Shoots over Anderson. And it's Willis missing.
Ugh, he forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop. You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
There's a screen by Johnson. And here's Bryant outside. The shot that time not on target. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Counted.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Larkin. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Covered by Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And so he makes both from the line. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
The ball's knocked loose. This one for 3. Connects from downtown. Give him 20.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big 3-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offenses come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Bryant, the pass to Larkin. Fires it. The shot by Johnson, no good. Here's Vesely. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Larkin passes to Johnson. And again, unable to change momentum here. Off target from 3-point range. And here they come. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. Top of the key. And Bryant pulls it down. Here we go, 1-on-1. 1:44 left to play in the fourth quarter. Oturu passes to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Pure from 3-point range.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And the basket by Oturu.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Anderson for three. They get it again. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the tray.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Here's Larkin. That one's good. Nothing but net. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Knocks down the long J.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
The home team calls timeout. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. Yes!
And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
He connects!
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it. And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Smits.
Home team foul. Cody, second personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a four-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
The home team calls timeout. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
Here's Boblin. No good. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really...
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Yui, and it's Musa in at the 2. Inside, here's Garuba. Got a piece of it, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Musa. From outside the arc, sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Satoransky. Shoots the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Yui. Pass to Garuba. Fires for 3. Satoransky grabs the miss. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Garuba. Jacks up a 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. Garuba's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. From outside the arc. Second shot opportunity. Parker outside. 6 to shoot. 13 feet away. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Musa passes to Yui. Here's Garuba. And Yui kicks to Tavares. Here's Yui. Over to the wing. Here's Garuba. There's the triple. Rebound by Parker.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Full. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Here's Musa. Satoransky covering. Musa passes to Garuba. There's a screen. That 3 off the mark.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. For 3. fall with the rebound.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
They get the rebound and finished off by Parker.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Down low, and so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
And you can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Pass to Musa. Connects from three-point range. Musa's got 6.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Sinks the three-pointer.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Three-pointer. Rebound by Park. And here they come. .43 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Satoransky. Shoots the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Satoransky's got his second bucket tonight. Satoransky's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Musa passes to Garuba. To the wing right side. Huey tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Medu. Driving inside.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that.
Substitution on the court.
Now Hazonia. Out to Ibaka. No one near him.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
A free-flowing first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
We've got Hazonia, and it's Campazzo in at the point. Picked off in midair. To the left side wing. Shoots it. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And it's all knotted up. Here's Abrinas. Hazonia defending. On Thursday, and then on Monday.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Here's Njai. Ibaka with the screen on Anderson. Here's Njai. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Abrinas' shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Njai. There's the pick. Clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple. A 3 from Anderson. No good there.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Looking to end the run. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Ibaka, no luck. Ibaka's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Laprovitola. His only defender. Laprovitola, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Offensive rebound. Hezonja on the wing. Screened by Ibaka. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball. Ibaka's got 6.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Aprinas' shot is off. A 3-point spread on the scoreboard. Out to the wing. And here is Hezonja. He has yet to score. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Launches from deep. Offensive rebound. Vesely, and a slam dunk by Vesely.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And now, here's Hezonja. Drills the 3-pointer. Ibaka's got 9 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Ibaka's gone 3 of 5 from the arc. 60% shooting the 3-ball. A 3 from Anderson. A rebound by Hezonja. And here's the fast break. Pass to Enjai. Ibaka for 3. Hands it from downtown. He's got 12.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3s? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Aprinas. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ibaka, no luck. Fires away from way outside. Here's Vesely. Off target at the rim. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. There's the steal. Drills it from outside. 29 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Enjai kicks to Ibaka. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Laprovitola. Here's Aprinas. Pass to Laprovitola. Anderson outside. The tray. That shot is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's talk.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Garuba. They've got Metu. He's out there with Parker. Center there with Fall. Drops in the tray.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
They've got Yui, and it's Musa in at the 2. A 3-pointer is right on target.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Jack passes to Musa. Inside. Stolen by Satoransky. For the lead. And it's good on the way in. 11 points in the game. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
There's the pick. Here's Garuba. Money from the wing.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Satoransky looking around. To the paint. And it's denied. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch. And that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
And they're pushing it up. Musa passes to Tavares. Here's Musa. To the inside. Parker outside. Here's the three. Hits it from three-point range. Parker's got his second bucket of the night.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Musa. Satoransky covering. Parker outside. There's the three. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Huey. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Garuba's shot is off. A tight game here in Cleveland. They get a hand on it. One-on-one fast break. Here's Musa. Nailed from three-point land. Musa's got 9. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Away team ball.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Huey. Still yet to score. Launches it. Garuba's shot is off.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
Pass to Medu. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
Tavares passes to Garuba. Good on the three-point shot. Garuba's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Satoransky gets the bucket.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Here's Garuba. 14 points for him. Tavares passes to Musa. From the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 12.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's got 9. Five on the clock. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. There's 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Musa. He's got 12. The 3 kept alive. Pass to Tavares. Here's Musa. Here's Huey. And the 3 off target. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. To the middle. Here's Medu. It's deflected. Here's Musa. Tavares passes to Musa. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Musa's got 14. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Leading by 4. And we're just moments away. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Laprovitola. They've got Anderson, and it's Aprinas in at the 3. Here's Laprovitola, and the layup is good.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Ibaka, the pass to Campazzo. There's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Ibaka for 3. It's good from long range.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Hazonia defending. Here's Aprinas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Aprinas has gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Ibaka for 3. That won't go. He's failed to score in 6 of his 11 tries from the field. And here's Anderson from the arc. No good that time. Ibaka, the pass to Hazonia. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Hazonia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
A nice shot by Anderson.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Hazonia kicks to Enja. Pass to Campazzo. And here is Ibaka. From past the arc. The offensive rebound. Lets it go from deep. Drains the three-pointer. Ibaka's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
Here's Aprinas. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
Pass to Campazzo. Ibaka for 3. Another miss by Ibaka. Anderson against Ibaka. Here's Laprovitola. All sorts of time. The rebound by Enja.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Takes a 3. Good on the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Knocks it loose. Driving the lane. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Aprinas. Here's Anderson. And they pick up 2.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Hazonia, the pass to Enja. 6 to shoot. Pass to Campazzo. A 3. And no good that time. It's going to take something special for him to make a comeback here.
And the question, Kevin, is do they have the time to do it and the patience? You'd have to say it's a long shot.
Aprinas' shot is off.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Ibaka, the pass to Hazonia. Off target with his 3. Hazonia's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. And here's Anderson for 3. A rebound by Hazonia.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Back to Ibaka. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Puts up a deep 3. He doesn't hit that one. Fade looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
Here's Campazzo. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough...
To have you with us. Hi folks, Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the 1. Here's Thompson. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Here's Garuba. Sends it home from three-point land.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Larkin. The 3 is up. And he buries his first look.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Musa. Three-pointer, no good. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Larkin passes to Nora. And the three-pointer goes.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Larkin. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Here's Garuba. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Garuba's got 5 now.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Thompson passes to Smits. Here's Musa. Jacks up a 3. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
Here's Larkin. He's got 5. Here's Smits. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Musa. From downtown, Garuba, no good. Picked it out of midair. Launches it. Here's Campazzo. The 3 ball. On target from range. Give him 8 points now.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Larkin. And no good. The dry spell continues. 3-point spread on the scoreboard. Here's Deck. The three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Larkin. There's the triple. No luck on that one. There's a minute 40 left now in the first quarter. Deck passes to Garuba. And it's off from 3-point range. On the wing, Thompson. Here's Larkin. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Larkin's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Pass to Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Shot from the low post is good.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Larkin. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Fires the 3. Pass to Musa. Fires the 3. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a three-point play.
Just wow. A monster flush from the big man.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first.
Old team foul. Larkin. First personal foul. Second team foul.
34 seconds left to play in the first. Ibaka, good.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Takes the three, drops in the three. Smits has got his second basket on the night.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Ibaka's got 6 points.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. They're up by 5. Stay with us. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
There's so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. In transition, here they come. Johnson for 3. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Knocks it loose. Oh, he couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. And with the end of the regular season in sight, here are the latest power rankings. You take a look at the home team. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they've been such a welcome surprise. Not many people thought they could be this good, but they continue to relish the role of underdog.
Here's Oturu. Knocks down the triple. 5 points in the game.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play. The shot by Hezonja, no good.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Here's Willis. Kicks it out to Bryant. Pass to Willis. Here's Beaubois. From deep. Inja grabs the miss.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Hezonja, covered by Bryant. From deep three-point land. That shot off.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Hezonja. Now here's Ibaka. And there's a pick. They need this. The shot comes out.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And here's Bryant outside. And Hezonja pulls it down.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Njai. Knocks down the long J. It's a tie ball game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Beaubois. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. In transition, here they come. Launches a 3. Ibaka's shot is off.
Started out strong from three-point lands. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Here's Beaubois. Here's the three. Hits the trifecta. Beaubois gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
We've got 1:48 left in the second period. Screen by Ibaka. Pulls up. And he knocks the jumper down. Ibaka's gotten his third basket of the night. Ibaka's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Oh, Turo can't hit. Pretty even game right now in Charlotte. There's 1:17 left to play in the half. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Back to Ibaka. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Beaubois. Drills it from deep. Beaubois got his second bucket of the night.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Musa. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Garuba passes to Deck. Back to Garuba. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Garuba's got 10 points. Garuba's gone 4 for 8 from the floor. Here's Bryant inside. And Musa pulls it down. 17 seconds left to play in the second quarter. The drive by Campazzo. That one's good for 2. And that makes it a tie ball game. Here's Beaubois. He's got 9. Nails it from 3. He's got 12.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They're up by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
You take a look at the home team. They're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed. Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's Larkin from outside the arc. Fades and shoots. Good work there as it goes.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point. Poirier. It's tipped. Here's Deck. Pass to Garuba. Here's Campazzo. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul.
Here's Larkin. Give him 8 points now. Thompson outside. There's the triple. He buries it from 3. Thompson's got 5.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's the pick. Right wing. Pass to Musa. Shot clock at 6. Back to Deck. Here's Musa, defended by Thompson. Musa, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Poirier passes to Nora. Puts up a 3. Hits the three-pointer. Nora's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Out to the wing. Here's Campazzo. Fires, hitting the triple.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
Campazzo has gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Off target at the rim. Here's Garuba. 10 points for him. Drains the triple. 13 points in the game.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Larkin with the bucket.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Larkin's gone 50% shooting tonight. 4 of 8. Here's Musa. Here he goes. Thompson pulls it in.
Okay, that's how you stop a dunk. The defender brings the interference in a big way.
And it's in there.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Thompson's got 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Pass to Musa. Tipped away. Back to Campazzo. 3 on the clock. Here's Garuba. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Thompson scanning the floor. And the three-pointer goes. Thompson's got 10 points in the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Garuba. And they're running. Here's Smits. They get the rebound. Here's Thompson, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Thompson's gotten all but 1 to fall. He's 5 of 6 now. Here's Garuba. Sinks it from distance.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
Here's Campazzo. Garuba passes to Deck. Here's Musa. Back to Deck. 5 to shoot. Pass to Musa. From downtown. And it's Smits with a rebound. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Garuba, defended by Thompson. Here's Musa, and that one is hammered home.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Pass to Deck. Here's Musa. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Up by 6. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Johnson, and it's Bryant in at the 2 spot. Off the inbound pass, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Ibaka the pass to Njai. The three ball. The shot misses. Njai's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Here's Willis. Left side Johnson. Pass to Willis. Here's Bobois. 5 on the clock. Here's Oturu. Here's Bryant. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Launches it. The rebound by Willis. Here's Bobois. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bobois got 6 points in the quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
There's the screen by Johnson. Pulls up on the wing. Yes! He nails him! Johnson's gone 2 for 3 from the field. Pass to Ibaka. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Bobois. Counted from distance. Bobois got 21 points in the game.
Well, he should be playing this game with an apron on because he's cooking right now.
Ibaka, good.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Screen by Ibaka. Pass to Garuba. The three. Now here's Ibaka. Tight defense on him. He drops it from range. 19 points in the game.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him.
There's a screen. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
To the paint. Here's Bobois. Sends it home from three-point land.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Offensive board. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
52 seconds left in the fourth. Connects from downtown. Bobois got 30.
The way they dominated, they earned the dub tonight.
Now, these nights last a long time when you just go out there and you outwork your opponent. You know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight it's going to come in a win.
Pass to Garuba to halt the run. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Fires from way outside. He can't get it to go. Here's Hezonja, covered by Johnson, to the left wing. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. This one was a fun one to watch.
.2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall. Medu is out there with Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Nwora. Bangs home the trifecta.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Satoransky. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Left side, Beaubois. Here's Nwora, covered by Parker. Here's Smits. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Pass to Parker. From downtown, Nwora grabs the board. Beaubois outside. From deep. Rebound by Parker. Satoransky, the pass to Medu. Parker looking around. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Beaubois. Lets it go with a 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
This one for 3. Nwora, that's good. Nwora's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
They grab their own miss. Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Nwora. 6 points for him. Here's Thompson. Who's back up. On the wing, Thompson. Beaubois outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Nwora. Stolen by Satoransky. Takes the 3. They get the rebound. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky. One of the standout performers recently. We have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And what a stretch it's been for him. I mean, it goes beyond the scoring, which he has had no problem doing. He's been all over the small things that take a shooting guard from good to great. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
We've got 1:48 left in the first. He's covered by Beaubois. Pass to Satoransky. Parker with it. Parker, a screen on Thompson. Here's Satoransky. And it's Smith with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Beaubois has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc.
Team foul. Beaubois. Second personal foul. First team foul.
The visitors with the ball. For the 3. Nwora grabs the board. Pushing it up.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
Here's Smits. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
Blocking foul called on Rodriguez. Third personal foul. Second team.
And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for the away team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Thompson driving in. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Here's Zadaransky. He's got 6. Drills the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
The 3 from Beaubois. The rebound by Madrid.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Beaubois. It's deflected. They get it back. Pass to Zadaransky.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From deep, Beaubois, and the 3-ball is good. Beaubois got 6. That will count. That shot off. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Up by 5. Don't go in. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
They've got Bryant. Johnson is out there with Willis, and it's Larkin in at the 1 spot. They've got Anderson, and it's Abrinas in at the 3 slot. And here's Anderson for 3. Oturu, the pass to Johnson. Bryant, right side. Hands the shot from the wing. Bryant's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Abrinas, covered by Johnson. Pass to Laprovitola. Launches a 3. Oturu with the rebound. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Can they get it? Here's Abrinas. And it's off from 3-point range. Bryant looking around. Buries the long-range jumper. Larkin's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Tipped away. Beyond the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Larkin's got 8 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Back to Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Outside, Willis. Pass to Larkin. Now, here's Willis. Over Anderson. Willis, no good.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Abrinas with a bucket. Here's Larkin. 8 points for him. Oturu, the pass to Johnson. Here's Oturu. Wesley with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up.
Home team foul. Larkin. First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. A nice shot by Anderson.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Anderson's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Outside, Bryant. It's good from the top of the key. Bryant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Here's Aprinas. No good with the triple.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch. Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
There's a screen by Willis. Larkin, the pass to Willis. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Willis has got his first 3 points of the game.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
With the drive, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting to it.
Stolen by Vesely. Intercepted. Here's Larkin, the 8-footer. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Larkin's got 10 points in the game. Larkin's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. The kick out to Anderson. His 3-pointers off the mark. Out to the right wing. 3-pointer, Willis. Knocks down the 3-ball. 8 points for him.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
Here's Vesely. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
You got to be feeling pretty good if you're one of the teams at the top of your conference.
It's a huge confidence boost. Let you know that
Their perimeter D's been weaker than airport toilet paper. Trust me, I know. They should strengthen it.
Wait a minute. I can't get the image of airport toilet.
And that about wraps it.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Up 1. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've got Thompson, and it's Poirier in at the 5 spot. Medu is out there with Fall. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard. He's covered by Bobois. The shot, no good.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Offensive rebound. Lets the 3 fly. It doesn't go for him.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Connects from 3-point range. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Satoransky the pass to Medu, and here is Parker. To the inside, 6 on the shot clock. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Can't nail the jump. On the wing, Thompson. A three ball hits the three-point bomb. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Lets it go. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And Beaubois kicks to Thompson. Back to Beaubois. Takes the 3. Fall with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Here's Satoransky, and he uses the glass on the layup. Satoransky's got 13.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Nora. Out to Thompson. Out left to the wing. Here's Smits. Off target from three-point range. And there's the try, and it's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Traps in the tray. Satoransky's got 8 points in the quarter. Will it go? The drive by Thompson, and the layup is good. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
He's covered by Beaubois. Pass to Fall. And he drops it in from the low post.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Beaubois, the pass to Smits. Beaubois outside. Here's Smits. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
From deep three-point land, Warnock grabs the board.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Poirier, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Thompson against Satoransky. They set the pick. Misses the 3.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case. He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
To the right side. It's Parker outside. The shot will not fall.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Here's Smits. And that one's on target from the wing. Smits has got 5 points in the quarter. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
He's covered by Beaubois. Out to Parker. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Parker's got 8.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
The 3 from Beaubois. Cans it from downtown.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. They lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime drops in there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
First personal foul.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Johnson. Larkin out there with Bryant. Then there's Willis. And it's Oturu in at the 5. Pass to Willis. Johnson outside. Good. And the nice assist from Willis. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Johnson's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. And here's Anderson for 3. The offensive rebound to the wing on the left. The tray. Vesely kicks to Abrinas. The 3. And they recover it. Inside. The kick out to Anderson. Buries it from 3-point range.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Pass to Oturu. Now here's Willis. Defended by Anderson. And Willis gets it to go. Willis has gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Wasted no time on that one.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Lobbed up there for Johnson. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
So it's the visitors now. The 3 from Anderson gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Oturu. They get it back. Larkin kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Nailed from 3-point land.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Laprovitola. And easy 2 points on the layup. Laprovitola's got his first 2 points of the night.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
To the paint, here's Johnson. Outside, Willis. Johnson with a screen on Anderson. And Willis gets it to go.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Laprovitola. And Willis pulls it down. Willis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Bryant in the corner. A 3-pointer, no good. He's covered by Willis. Here's Anderson. Pass to Abrinas. Anderson the screen. Now Vesely. They set the pick. Provitola passes to Vesely. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the 4th. Johnson from outside. Rebound by Vesely. Here's Abrinas. Johnson with the rebound. Abrinas has gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Launches it from deep. Offensive rebound. Oturu. It's blocked. Bobo outside. Beyond the arc. Good on the 3-point shot.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. There's the triple. The shot by Thompson, no good. Thompson's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Vesely. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Thompson outside Willis. There's a good screen. Plenty of space. Got it. And here is Satoransky. Pass to Abrinas. No good on the triple.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
So it's the visitors now.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 17 seconds left in the game. Johnson with it. Thompson right side. Puts up a deep three. That's good. And so the home crowd treated to a win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chemezi Metu, and it's Satoransky in at the 1. Pass to Musa. There's a screen. Here's Garuba. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Here's Parker. Three-pointer off the mark. Jacks up a 3. Garuba with the bucket.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
From behind the arc. Garuba with a rebound.
0 for 3 from the floor so far. Not the start they had in mind. They need to just take a breath, reset, and keep things simple.
The offensive rebound. Parker outside. Fader on the way. And he gets the bucket.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
From deep. Pass to Musa. Back to Garuba. They set the pick. Lets a 3 fly. It's hauled in by Fall.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
For 3. Knocks it down from distance. 5 points in the game.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Here's Garuba. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Launches it from deep. To the inside. Here's Musa, covered by Satoransky. Pass to Garuba. 6 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. Sinks the tray. Garuba's got 9 points.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Fires the 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parker. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Pass to Musa. The three. And Parker pulls it down.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pure from three-point range.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
They grab their own miss. Here's Musa, covered by Satoransky. Clock at 6. Here's Garuba. Buries it from 3. He's got 12.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Now here's Satoransky. Defense right on him.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Here's Musa. Still no points. Shoots over Satoransky. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
And here's Ibaka. 19 seconds left in the opening quarter. From the arc. Doesn't go that time. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Leading by 1. And the second quarter about to... Some good action already in this one. But a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. And he makes all 3.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Three-pointer. Gets the 3 to fall. Ibaka's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Anderson with a screen. Lets it fly. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Njai. From the top of the key, he buries it. Njai's got his first points in this one.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense. Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open 3s like that.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Back to Ibaka. Pass to Azonia. Releases. Out left to the wing. Here's Njai. They get it back to the wing on the left. No good with the triple. Njai's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Sinks the tray.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Takes the three. He buries it from three. Njai's got 5.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Ibaka for 3, gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that. Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind him.
14, Willie Hernan-Gomez.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Ibaka's gone 3 for 5 shooting from the floor. Launches a 3. And Azonia pulls it down.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
Out to the right wing. Here's Njai. To the wing, right side. 3-pointer. Out to the right wing. 4-3. And he misses the shot again. Only 2 of 7 in this one.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. 52 seconds left in the first half of this game. Njai passes to Ibaka. Hits the trifecta. Ibaka's got 11.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Fires from the wing. And Campazzo pulls it down. Here's the break. From deep 3-point range. He can't get that one to fall.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Now Ibaka. He's got 11. Drains the triple. He's got 11.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Puts up a deep 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And we finished off one half of play. They lead by 7. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
When you take care of the boards, usually things turn out well, unless you're getting shot out the gym.
Which hasn't happened yet.
Let's turn our attention to... Thanks as always.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Knocks it down from distance.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Fall in at the 5 spot. The 3 is up. Deck with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Garuba passes to Deck. Takes a 3. Kept alive. Pass to Garuba. Over to the wing. This one for 3. And Metu pulls it down. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand. They're hammering them on the open floor right now.
They got to keep looking for fast break scores to even this game up.
Garuba with the bucket.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Satoransky passes to Parker. They set the pick. Here's Fall. Here's Satoransky. The jumper from the wing off target.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Here's Metu. Basket's good on the assist from Satoransky. Metu's got his first 3 points of the game.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Musa, good.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The fader. The shot no good. And he was camped in lane there. He gets a 3-second call. On Tuesday, then on Saturday. Satoransky outside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
That was just great work to battle through contact and will end the shot.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Garuba, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Fires the three. Garuba with a rebound. And here's the fast break. Beyond the arc. Shot is off. He's 5 for 12.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Parker outside. And the jumper falls for him.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
To the left side wing. Lets it go from deep. Garuba with the bucket. Garuba's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Offensive rebound. Pure from three-point range. He's got 17.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Musa.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:03 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Garuba. 18 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Satoransky with the steal. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
Good on both. .32 seconds left in the third quarter. Ibaka for 3, and he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Satoransky with it. He has 7. It's stolen by Campazzo. And they're on the run. Here's Njai. 3-pointer in transition. Njai's got 14 points for the game.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle. A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. 8 seconds left in the third. Now here's Ibaka. He gets it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. They're up by... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
The three is up. Anderson pulls it down.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Got it.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Now here's Ibaka, tightly guarded. There's the three. Shot clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Here's Hezonja. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Anderson for 3. And Hezonja pulls it down. Out left to the wing. To the wing on the left. Stolen by Anderson. The deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
Well, he saw the defender back and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Campazzo, the pass to Ibaka. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside, Anderson. Here's Hernan Gomez. He drops it from range.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Ibaka. Lets it go from deep. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
Outside, Anderson. No good on the 3. Anderson's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And he commits the intentional foul. Metu, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez.
Second team foul.
Here's Musa. Pass to Ibaka. Takes a 3. To the right side. Out to the right wing. Screen by Ibaka. Fires in the triple. To the left wing. Let's go with a 3. And no good.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Pass to Garuba. There's a screen from Garuba. Ibaka for 3. Satoransky pulls it in.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Satoransky's gone 4 of 8 from the field. 4-3. And Metu pulls it down. Down low. Outside, Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. They get it back. Here's Metu. Count it!
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Pass to Garuba. The 3 is up. No luck on that one.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anderson for 3. Money! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Sadaransky.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Absolutely.
Oh, at the buzzer! He got it off in time!
That is an incredible shot.
That's a big-time shot by a big...
Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. We've got Usman Garuba and it's Ibaka in at the center position. Here's Hazonia. Pass to Ibaka. Second chance shot. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that gonna get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Ibaka, the pass to Garuba. Pass to Hazonia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Corner shot. Sadaransky pulls it in. Sadaransky's got 4 rebounds now. Anderson for 3. And Musa pulls it down. Just over a minute into overtime here. Here's Garuba. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J. Garuba's got 23.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A little over a minute and a half gone now in overtime. Second chance effort. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Garuba's got 7 now in this quarter. Off target with the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game. Here's Musa, covered by Sadaransky. Pass to Garuba. Over Anderson. Garuba, no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
That's Ibaka defending. That 3's off the mark. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hazonia. Pass to Garuba. Puts up a deep 3. The shot won't fall. And here's Sadaransky. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was touch and go there for a while, but it
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Larkin out there with Thompson. And it's Smits in at the 4. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Garuba. Launches a three. Poirier grabs the miss. Here's Larkin. The three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
From outside the arc. The shot by Deck, no good.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Smits passes to Thompson. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Larkin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Garuba. Cuts off the pass. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Larkin's got 6 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
Smits passes to Thompson. Here's Smits. Back to Thompson. Clock at 6. Pass to Larkin. From the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 9.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Deck. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Poirier. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Larkin. No good from outside.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And they'll keep possession. 3 on 3. Shoots the 3. Moron. That's good.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Here's Garuba. That's tipped.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Poirier. No good on the 3. They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Larkin can't get it to go. Tavares passes to Musa. Here's Garuba. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the bump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Down low.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Substitution on the court.
1:15 left in the first quarter. Ibaka looking for an opening. Puts up a deep 3. And no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Substitution on the court.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Here's Bryant.
Home team foul. Number 6. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 1.
43 seconds left to play here in the first. And Willis gets it to go.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Shots good by Ibaka.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Bobois, the pass to Oturu. Johnson outside. There's the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Ibaka for 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
And the rejection by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Bobois outside, puts up a 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. They lead. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
They've got Willis, also Johnson out there. And it's Oturu in its center.
Well, what a job punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Now here's Bryant, still without a basket. Hits it from three-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Ibaka's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Bobois for 3, buries it from three-point range. Bobois got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Njai's shot is off. Outside Bryant. Ball stolen. And here's the break. Hazonia with the ball. He's picked up by Bobois. And Hazonia gets it to go.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Here's Oturu. Here's Willis. The rebound by Njai.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Pass to Ibaka. This one for 3. The shot off that time.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
And it's Willis finishing it off.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Now here's Bryant. The three-pointer, no good. Ibaka outside. Here's Huey. Gets a very good look and converts. Huey's got his first points of the night.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Here's Oturu. Still scoreless. The kick out to Bryant. From deep, Bobois. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Ibaka for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ibaka's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
1:36 left in the first half. And the 3 ball is good.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Now, here's Willis. He's got 5, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
.114 left to play here in the half. To the paint. And finish off by Hezonja.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Near the three-point line, it's Beaubois. He trains the quick shot. Beaubois got 10.
He's been a marksman this period. Their shot mechanics finally in sync.
Three-pointer. Willis sinks the three-pointer.
You gotta be kidding me. Draws the foul and hits the shot. What a play from three-point range.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here he goes. And that one is stuffed right through.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And stolen by Bryant. Fires the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Bryant's got his second basket.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode. That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
The 3 from Beaubois. Missed the shot. He's made 3 and missed 3 from the field. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Njai. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first half of play. They lead by 14. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Taking a look at the visitors, they're still a team that could be dangerous, but they're having trouble playing at their best every night. That's a lot.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the home team.
The big reason.
Thank you for being with us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And it's Campazzo in at the point. Pass to Smits. Launches it. That one doesn't drop.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Thompson is out there with Larkin. And it's Poirier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Larkin looking it over. Pass to Thompson. To the left wing. Here's Smits. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
Here's Nwora. Here's Smits. Poirier passes to Nwora. To the inside. Pass to Poirier. Rebound by Tavares.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Here's Nwora. And he's good on the 3-ball. Nwora's got his second bucket of the night.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Musa. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. From past the arc, swiped away. From deep, it's tipped. One-on-one here. Here's Nora. His three-pointer's off the mark. Fires for three. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. There's a screen. Lets the three fly. Musa can't hit.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Three-pointer. Tavares, the second chance points on the tip-in. Tavares has got his first basket of the night.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Nice shot by Larkin.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Inside. Pass to Smits. 14 feet away. That misses off the backboard.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Smits. On Sunday, then on Tuesday. .103 left to play here in the third. Poked away. And they're moving it up. Here's Larkin. That three off the mark. Here's Musa. 5 points in the game. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Smits. Pass to Nora. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the three ball. Nora's got 9.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Garuba. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And here we go. Here's Tavares. Pass to Campazzo. And he gets the bucket.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
For the three. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 13. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. He's got his own yet, and it's Njai in at the 4 slot. Now here is Ibaka. Right wing. gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Your home team, number 24. Andres, number 24.
Fires the three. Over to the wing. Lets it go with the three. They get it back. He's guarded by Johnson. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the three. Shot's good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 19 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Bobois outside. There's a screen by Willis. Johnson for three. Back to Bobois. And Bryant kicks to Bobois. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint. And make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
And there's the drive. Good on the bucket.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
The steal. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Njai. Good on the triple.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. For three, connects from three-point range.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Johnson goes in, a beautiful reverse layup.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Out to Ibaka. Back to Hezonja. And finish off by Hezonja.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Willis, the pass to Bobois. They set the pick. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Ibaka drawing the double team. He's covered by Bobois. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Njai. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Njai's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that tray has been deadly. .11 left in the fourth quarter.
Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. To the right side. 6 to shoot. To take the lead. Bobois pulls it in.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Outside, Willis. Fires from deep. Johnson attacking. It counts.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And it's off from three-point range.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
Pass to Enja. Here's Musa over Johnson. Off target with that shot. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for